Hi guys and welcome to today's video. I'm sorry you can hear that plane. It is the daytime, it's a hot day, the window's open, people are flying their planes about. Yeah, it's really loud. Thanks for that. Anyway, today I'm doing an update on my Mealworm Darkling Beetle breeding colony. So you may remember I did a video where I set them up in a sort of cereal oats sort of substrate, should we say. And I have heard since then that the cereal oats substrate really isn't that great. And I thought, okay, well, it's maintaining them. I am trying to find alternatives, but I couldn't really. Now, when I first ever used mealworms, I wasn't expecting so many Darkling Beetles, and I really shouldn't have done this, but I released a few in the garden. And since then, I always see Darkling Beetles around here. I don't release things that aren't native to your area. I'm not 100% sure about Darkling Beetles. I have heard mealworms can be found worldwide, but I'd never noticed them before until I released them. But the other day I was looking and I actually found a Darkling Beetle outside my garden. I'll put one in here now. And it's, I'm not going to say shell, like its exoskeleton was so shiny. It looks so healthy compared to these ones. And that's when I thought to myself, maybe there's something seriously lacking in the Darkling Beetle's diet, and that's why the ones that I'm caring for really aren't looking as healthy as the ones that are wild. So what I've done here is I've got some eco earth. Now, you could probably use a better kind of substrate, like there's lots of different soils that a range of brands do that are good for live terrariums, because they not only are they the soil, but they have lots of minerals and stuff in that will help the plants, and maybe that might even be healthier for the Darkling Beetles. But for now I have eco earth. I have a little bit of cuttlefish, tiny little bits, because I thought maybe a little bit of calcium will help. I'm putting some wild rocket and some carrot for now, but I will obviously change that around. I always have scraps of vegetables from feeding all the animals, so I always have bits there. I'm going to put in a little bit of insect fuel in there as well. And I've got plenty of new beetles to put in here. So what I thought I'd do in this video is basically show you what setup I'm using. I'm using a slightly bigger one. No, actually it's similar size to the pot that mealworms come in. But it's darker because it's around here. Actually, do you know what this is? And I don't know if you get this in your countries or whatever, but this is Kelly's of Cornwall, the ice cream, chocolate brownie, salted caramel. Oh my goodness, I recommend that because it's amazing. Anyway, one other problem I had was probably over population of Darkling Beetles, like just too many in a breeding area. I know a lot of people just use massive trays, so what I'm just going to try to do is keep the numbers down a bit. Also, don't be too worried about feeding the pupae to your leopard geckos. I don't think they're really a problem. I don't think they have as much nutrition in them as you'd like, but you know, it keeps the numbers down a bit. But also I find that sometimes the Darkling Beetles themselves will, if there's not enough food, they will go through and like eat some of the mealworms or pupae. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, but that's what I find. So what I'm doing now is just moving all these beetles in. Don't want to do too many. If there are just too many, I will make another setup. But I'll do this for now, and I'll keep you guys updated. See if I've seen any change in comparison to those that were kept in cereal, because apparently that is really bad. So I'm going to put a few more in here. And because of this warm temperature, everything's transitioning so quickly. And I have to say, I did actually get some really big, healthy, nice mealworms from the breeding Darkling Beetles, but it's just, in the end, they weren't producing enough to feed all my geckos. So, I think that's all the Darkling Beetles I'll put in for now. If you are trying mealworms and you're debating whether or not to raise Darkling Beetles, I have to say it's so easy. They breed really quickly and you'll save tons of money. I literally only had to buy one pot of mealworms in like a year or so, so it really helps in terms of your money. It's super easy to do, you just let them get on with everything. Hopefully this works. As I said, I'll give you guys an update, but I hope you've enjoyed this video and thank you very much for watching.